says nearly 12 million of them live in and around river systems where there's a high risk of life-threatening floods. Another 4.5 million children live in coastal areas regularly struck by powerful cyclones. Almost 500,000 are Rohingya refugees living in flimsy tents that barely protect them. And a further 3 million children live inland. That's where farming communities suffer increasing periods of drought. Sarah Khairat has more.
Each family has a story to tell of loss and devastation, and all because of climate change. Muhammad left Bola Island in the Bay of Bengal, where rising water levels and floods are fast becoming the norm.
We came to Dhaka because the river washed away our home. There's no work there, so I'm here to try and find one. I have a lot of loans to repay.
He's finding it hard to adjust to his new city life, but along with his wife, worries most about the future of their daughter.
My hope is to raise my daughter as a good human being. I would like her to live in a decent environment.
UNICEF reports that climate change is displacing millions of Bangladeshis, and many children are missing out on an education, with some forced into child labour and even prostitution. It says girls are the most vulnerable.
It takes a lot of money to send your children to school in Dhaka. I can't afford to educate my children. My son does not go to school.
2/3 of Bangladesh lies 5 meters above sea level, and the Bay of Bengal has one of the fastest rising sea levels in the world. Experts are warning that if nothing is done to reverse these changes, the consequences for the country's 160 million people will be dire.
The global leaders have to commit that they have to do something serious in respect of emissions. They have to develop, they have to enhance their emission, that by the year 2050 or 2100, we have to go for a zero carbon emission, so that this is not only the Bangladesh will be saved, whole world have to be saved.
The World Bank says by 2050, more than 13 million people in what it calls this highly climate vulnerable country will be displaced. That may be decades away, but for those living in Dhaka's overcrowded slums, it's a reality right now.